is up? What's going on? It's Ashley. Welcome back to the channel. So for today's video, what I'm going to be doing is bringing to you this makeup look. It's a very soft, romantic, date night glam makeup look because Valentine's Day is right around the corner. And fun fact, if you've been following my channel for a while now, then you may or may not know that my birthday falls on Valentine's Day. So I definitely wanted to film a few date night glam Valentine's-esque videos for you guys this month. Now, this video in particular is going to be in partnership with Collab Makeup. Now, if you guys still are unfamiliar with Collab Makeup, it's pretty much an all-new makeup line that I myself, along with 7 other beauty influencers on the internet, collaborated with Sally Beauty on. So it's a pretty big thing. I am going to show you 3 different lip options in this video. The look, it's super duper basic. The eyes, I kept them super classic, super matte, because I wanted you guys to be able to change up your lip colors depending on what you were wearing or depending on your style. So if you guys are into it, don't forget to press that subscribe button and also click that little bell so that you guys are notified anytime I upload a new video, which is 2 times a week, every single week. And without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and hop into the look. So first and foremost, I'm going to start off with my skin. You guys know I really love to go in and start off with primer. As you guys know, I do struggle with acne, and typically my skin does tend to be a little bit more on the dry side, especially in this area right here. So I really love a hydrating primer. I'm going to take a little bit of this and I'm really just going to work it into those areas. I really like that this is a gel-like formula. So as you can see, it is kind of like that blue consistency. It's very cooling on the skin. So I'm just going to go ahead and work that in. I'm really just working this into my skin until I feel like it's slightly tacky, which is really, really great because that means my foundation is really going to stick and hold on to that primer, which you guys know I'm all about. Now, normally I will go in with foundation, but I do want to do my eyes first just because I don't really want to mess up my foundation in any way, shape, or form. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of my Collab No Flaws Liquid Concealer. I am in the shade 0405. This concealer, it's bomb. It's one of my absolute favorites. You guys know I really love to prime my eyelids with concealer, and I really love this because it is a lightweight formula. So it's not going to get cakey or anything like that on the eyes. Then I'm just going to take a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and buff and blend out that concealer. Now you want to make sure the concealer is nice and blended and it's evenly blended, so that way when you go in with your base shadow, it doesn't really tug or pull on any areas, making your eyeshadow appear patchy. I feel like that's like a really, really good tip. You want to make sure whenever you lay down your primer, whether it is an eyeshadow primer or concealer, that you lay it down evenly and it's just nice and blended. Once your lids are nice and primed, you want to go ahead and go in with a bone colored shadow. Now you can use a translucent powder, you can use a face powder, or you can use a bone colored shadow, something very similar to your skin color. So I will be going in with this eyeshadow palette right here. This is the Palette Pro eyeshadow palette in the shade Best of Day. As you can see, she is very, very much loved. She gets a lot of love, okay? So I'm going to take this bone colored shadow, this guy right here, on that same brush that I blended out my concealer with. I'm going to go ahead and set down that sticky base so that way I don't get any tugging when I go in with like my transition color. Just going to make sure it's nice and even all over the lid. I'm also going to take this bone colored shadow and I'm going to apply it to my brow bone as well. I'm going to zoom you guys in a tad bit because I want you guys to really see the detail, the blending. You guys know. The next shade I'm going to take in the palette is this light brown shade right here, and I'm going to take it on the Collab blending brush. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to rock it into the depths of my crease. Now this doesn't have to be super duper perfect. It can be messy. It's meant to be our transition color. So just take it in the socket of the crease and then blend in circular motions. You could even drag this color from outer to inner corner, making sure you don't take it all the way to the inner corner. I'm going to pick up that same shade, and since I am using a concentrated brush, I'm really going to be able to pack this color on in a certain area, making it look a little bit more deeper than it actually is. So I'm going to take this shade and I'm really just going to pack the color right here towards the outer V of my eye. And then when I get to the socket right here, I am just going to really just focus this color in the crease, and I'm not going to take it any higher than that transition color just because I do want to carve out this socket right here. So I'm just going to rock my brush like this. And if you guys want a detailed video on how to blend, I do have one on my channel. It's called How to Blend Shadows Like a Pro. I'm going to link it in the cards so that way you guys can check it out. But I'm really just rocking it right here and I'm only rocking it about halfway, and this is really just gonna carve out the socket right here. This side's a lot more diffused, whereas this side, it does have a little bit more of concentrated color, which is exactly what we want. We really want to keep this look very soft, romantic, with a little bit of smokiness, but not like overly dramatic, if that makes sense. All right, do you guys see me? I see me. I mean, I feel like it's definitely smoked out, it's blown out, which is exactly what we're going for. I'm now going to pick up the deep brown in the Best of Day palette, which is this guy right here, and I'm going to pick up a little bit of that shadow, and I'm really just going to add it to this outer portion of the lid, and I'm really just going to pack on the color a little bit at a time. You guys know my motto when it comes to layering shadows. I do like to add a little bit of shadow at a time, just because I feel like I do get a little bit more of a seamless blend as opposed to going in with a bunch of color all at once. So that's my technique. There are definitely techniques out there that work really, really well. I know Naked Tutorials is like bomb at applying a bunch of color all at once, but that's not my style. That's not how I get down. So just going to focus a little bit more here towards the base of my lash. And if you do need to switch brushes and go in with a little bit more of like a detailed brush, you could definitely do that. And then just really press it right here towards the lash line. This is really just going to create the illusion of like eyeliner, because we're definitely going to skip out on eyeliner completely for this look. All right, so now that we're nice, we're smoked out, I'm going to go in with a little bit of black liner. I'm going to use this to tight line. Now, tight lining is going to create the illusion of thicker, fuller lashes. I'm going to use this guy. This is the Collab Bold Face Liner in the shade Drama Queen. And I'm going to take this and I'm just going to smudge it right up here. Like I said, it is going to create the illusion of thicker, fuller lashes. With this look today, I'm going to skip liner completely. I'm not going to wing it out. I'm not going to smudge it out, just because I do want to keep this look very soft, very romantic, very date night friendly. You don't want to look like you're wearing a ton of makeup, even though I would personally wear liner. I would smudge it out, would smoke it out, would do all that. But I know that there are some girls out there who don't want to go like full on glam for date night or for Valentine's Day for that matter. So I am going to skip liner. Instead, I'm going to go right into mascara. I'm going to use this. This is by Collab. This is called the Works Wow Effect All-in-One Mascara. So it's going to give you length. It's going to give you volume. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to do a few coats on my upper lashes. Okay guys, so this is kind of what I'm working with. These are my lashes. I'm definitely feeling like it's missing that wow factor, so I am going to pop on falsies. You can definitely rock this look without falsies, but I mean, come on. You know me, I'm definitely a sucker for falsies, so I'm going to pop those on and I will be right back. So that's looking a million times better. I'm now going to jump into foundation. I'm going to mix two different foundation shades. Ooh, this shade right here, I have a 05 Tan and I also have 04 Beige. I'm going to mix both of these together just because I am in between shades right now. Fun fact, we are currently working on expanding our foundation range, so I did want to put that out there. We will have different undertones, we'll have deeper complexions, so sit tight, stay tuned. Super duper excited for it. You guys should be too. Just going to do some dots on the skin. Like so. I'm gonna go ahead and blend it out. I'm gonna use our brush. This is our angled foundation brush, which is one of my all-time favorites because it does come to this angle right here, so it's perfect for like getting around your brows and stuff. If you guys haven't tried this, definitely try it out. I know it's a hit or miss for some people, but it's definitely a hit for me. I actually got Taco Bay using this brush, and she's like, "Girl, it's bomb," and I'm like, "Yes, Taco Bay." Yes, I know. So I am just using this to buff and blend out my foundation. And then I'm going to take it around my brows. And as you can see, it just really just glides around the brows like a dream. I'm like, let me tell you, anytime I apply this foundation, I'm always just blown away by the coverage and how beautiful it looks on the skin. Like, always blown away, always impressed. I'm now going to move on to concealer. I'm going to use our No Flaws liquid concealer. I'm in the shade 0405 Beige Tan. I do really love this concealer. It's kind of like a mixture between NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer and Urban Decay Naked Skin. It's such a beautiful formula. It's not too heavy, but it's also not too sheer. It's a medium coverage, so you can definitely build it up to full coverage if you want, but I love that you have the option to build it up to full coverage. I'm gonna put a little bit on my chin and my Cupid's bow, just like so, down the bridge, and then also right here on my forehead. Clearly, I got just like a little little bit concealer happy, but I'm going to go in with our angled foundation brush, this guy, and I'm going to use it to really just buff out the concealer underneath the eye. And I'm going to look up to really just get a really nice blend under there. Ooh, girl, I am shook. I am shook by this look. Come on now. Come on, skin. Now, before I completely set down all of my creams and liquids with powders, I am going to go in with this guy. This is the Collab The Filter Highlighting Liquid. This one is in the shade Spark My Interest. I absolutely love this stuff. You can mix it in with your lotion and put it all over your body. You can apply it to your shoulders, your décolleté, the highest points of your cheekbones. You can mix it in with your foundation. You can do a lot of different things with this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of this stuff on the back of my hand like so. Pick a little bit of it up with our sponge, and I'm just going to pounce it on the highest points of my cheekbones. This is going to act as a really nice base highlight for when we go in with our powder highlight. Now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and set down all of the creams and liquids with a powder. I'm going to use this guy. This is our Kill the Shine Press Powder in the shade Beige Tan 0405. What I'm going to use to put the powder all over my face is our multitasking face brush. You can use this for powder like I'm doing right now, or you can use it for blush. You can use it for bronzer, contour, whatever it is that you want. So I'm going to take this and I'm just going to sweep it directly underneath my eyes. I'm not really going for a super intense bright under eye highlight, which is why I am taking our Kill the Shine press powder and putting it all over. So I'm just going to take this, set down the T-zone. Now that my face is nice and set, I'm going to go in with the Filter Highlighting Powder. This one is in the shade Glow for the Gold, and I'm going to take it on a highlighting brush. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to apply it to the highest points of my cheekbones and really just set down that liquid highlight we just applied. I'm also going to take this a little bit on my cheeks. I'm going to go in with our Soft Spot Sheer Blush. This one right here is in the shade Sweet Surprise. It's such a universal color. It's going to look flattering with any eye look or any lip color. So I'm going to take this and I'm just going to do a little smile and then just apply this to the apples of my cheeks. Alrighty then. I'm now going to go right back down to the very lower lash line. I'm going to take our Palette Pro eyeshadow palette in the shade Get Ready With Me, and I'm going to take a little bit more of a precise brush. I'm going to pick up the lightest shade right here and I'm just going to smudge it on my lower lash line. I'm going to focus the majority of this color towards the very outer edge, and I'm not going to take it all the way in just because I don't really want to close up the eyelid. So I'm just going to kind of mimic exactly what I did on my upper lid on my very lower lash line, if that makes sense. So just going to take the product and I'm really just going to smudge it right here towards the outer portion of the lid. Then I'm just going to go in with a little bit of our Bold Face Liner in the shade Ego. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to focus it on the very outer edge in my waterline. So I'm just going to pop her right in here. And like I said, it's just going to be the very outer edge. I'm not going to take this all the way through. I'm just going to focus it right up in that area, like so. All right, you guys, so this is pretty much the base, the face, you feel me? Now, I am going to show you guys 3 different lip options with this look. Since I decided to keep the look so soft and romantic, it's so universally flattering, you can pretty much do whatever lip color is that you want. So I am going to show you guys 3 different lippy combos, which I'm pretty stoked about. The first one is going to be a little bit more fun and poppy. It's going to be a pink. You guys know I never really gravitate towards pink lip colors on my channel. It's not something that I really get down with, but I did want to show you guys an option just in case you were feeling a little bit more pink, you know what I mean? Now the lip colors I will be using in today's video are the Collab Matte Addiction Liquid Lipstick. I'm going to apply Beauty Call first, and I'm just going to pop this on. Now the trick with applying liquid lipstick, I find, is that you want to start in the very center and then you want to work your way outward. So you want the majority of the product to sit in the middle of your lips, and then whatever is left on your brush, you want to use it to kind of outline. So okay, so the next lip option that you guys could do is a classic red. I have this one right here. This is the Matte Addiction Liquid Lipstick in the shade Blood Rush. It's such a gorgeous red, and it's going to look flattering on almost any and everyone. So I'm going to pop this baby on so that way you guys can see how it looks on myself. So if this lip option doesn't scream Valentine's Day, then I don't know what it does. I think this is the epitome of a gorgeous romantic Valentine's Day look. I know I always gravitate towards red, so I do want to show you guys one last lip option, which is a nude. So I'm going to pop this baby on. This one right here is the Collab Matte Addiction Liquid Lipstick in the shade Nonstop. And those are pretty much my 3 different lip color options for this romantic soft glam makeup look. What do you guys think about it? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to check out Collab makeup exclusively at Sally Beauty Stores, and also don't forget to follow everyone from the collective. I'll have everyone's links and handles down below in the description as usual. And with that, guys, I don't think I have anything else to say except I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll be sure to catch you guys all in the next one. Deuces.